Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? It's been a while. It's been 3 days since I uploaded the last video. Today I'm gonna do something different because this whole YouTube channel is it's about my life. It's about stuff I love, stuff I like talking about. I'm gonna review a book, or let's say that I'm gonna give you a personal opinion about this book, my experience reading it, what I felt, how I feel about it now. I don't read that often though, I actually do read 5 books simultaneously. There are some there. 2 of them are in Slovene, so you probably don't understand this and this except if you know the book by its cover, but like this one is talking about self-growth through spirituality, and this one is about telos. I believe that's what it's called in English. It's an ancient civilization which coexisted with... Oh wait, Talos is the capital city of Lemuria. So it's talking about Lemurians, I guess, which are supposedly an ancient civilization which coexisted with Atlantis. Atlantid. You get it. And then the third one I'm reading is Think and Grow Rich, which is the only book I actually bought myself. I love it, but I read the first half in like a week and then I just stopped. I don't know why. I kind of don't vibe with it anymore. Maybe I need to force myself a little bit better. And then the fourth one is in the other village I live, but I don't like it that much, so that one doesn't count. Anyway, as you could probably tell by the title, I'm gonna be talking about The Journey of Souls. It's a very interesting book, indeed. I actually got it for the first time probably more than a year ago, and I started reading it. And there was one night when I was in my bed, just going through chapters, and at some point I was just like, whoa, it's kind of freaky. Am I supposed to know all this stuff? So I just closed the book and I stopped reading it because I didn't think I was ready yet. Because after a year or so, I decided I was ready. So I went in the library, got that book and started reading it again. And now I finished it the day before yesterday. I don't have it with me. I was really trying to find it, but I've already put it on the table downstairs. So whoever was going to the library the next time knew it was for giving it back to the library. So I can't show it to you, which sucks. It was like a pretty old book, so it had yellow papers already and I love that. But yeah, well, it looks like that. The main story is about... It's not like a story, it's actually based on true data. It's up to you if you believe it or not, but it talks about how this Dr. Michael Newton had his clients in a super conscious state of mind. He would get them there by hypnosis, I believe. And so he would ask them questions and they would answer him what it was like dying and then going to that spiritual world, aka heaven, I guess, and how they would reflect on their lives with their spiritual guides and what it would look like to correct their mistakes or set intentions for their upcoming lives, and also how they prepared for them and then being reborn in a body of a baby again. It's like a repeating cycle. The main idea is that this earth that we are living on now is just one of many other worlds where souls come from the spiritual world to learn about life and simultaneously learn about themselves, to gain experience. As we all know, life on earth is pretty hard. We have good days, but most of the time it's just like struggling and it sucks. So the point is, according to Dr. Newton, to solve our problems and by so growing, and as I said, gaining experience. I had a couple of questions in my head all the time. The main one being, why do we have to grow in the first place? Because we were created by so-called God, and God is supposed to be perfect, right? And so why do we have to go through all this suffering, learning to get the bigger picture of what love is, what point of life is, what that, like whatever it is. The best answer I got, which was also ultimately the best answer I ever got, was that beauty of existence strives to be experienced. And how else are you going to experience love and beauty but if it is taken away from you? So in some way, we have been created by God and sent on earth only to see how beautiful and loving He is, which sounds kind of odd, but it kind of makes sense. You can't understand what beauty is if you haven't experienced ugliness. It definitely helped me a lot by understanding why I am here, because I've been thinking about these things a lot in the last couple of years, and this book kind of gave me more direction, especially in the knowing that I decided I was going to live here in these hard circumstances, and so I don't blame my parents so much anymore. I mean, they obviously aren't perfect, but no one's perfect. But just the fact that I know that we've made kind of like a contract that I was going to be brought up in this exact family, in this exact house, helps me sleep better. Also, if I didn't go through all this suffering in my life, I wouldn't be here right now. And it just happens to be that yesterday I got so much more clearance about my life, myself, my future, and I feel so good now. I hope you can feel my genuinity more now that I've kind of sorted my things in my head, because my mind can be overwhelming to deal with most of the time. So as I said, that I kind of made contracts with my parents that I was going to be born in their family. Wait a second. I don't think I'm right. I said that I made contracts with them, but I don't think that's true. It's actually about finding the perfect body. So yes, I chose the circumstances I was going to be brought up in, but I don't think I made contracts with my parents. So we are not necessarily correlated to each other. So in the book, it says that you are in a certain group of souls that are growing together. Some can grow faster, so they can leave that group and enter a new one, but like the general idea is that you're in a group of souls where you are kind of like at a certain level of evolvement, and then you go on earth with them most of the time. And so I don't think I made contact with my parents. Maybe I did. I'm not sure, but I kind of don't feel that connected to them. I mean, I love them because they're my parents, but I don't feel like a certain deeper connection with them. So maybe we aren't. It doesn't matter. What I was trying to say is that you do make kind of like contracts with other souls in your group, and they can be in this life your partners, your very good friends, yada yada yada. And I've been thinking about it a little bit, and I think that there must be something to it, because like most of the friends I have right now currently in my life, they are kind of similar to each other. The counter argument could be that I'm just a type of person that I hang out with the people I enjoy being, and of course they have similar characteristics. But on the other hand, I have some other friends who I spend a lot of time with as well, but I don't feel that connected to them, if you know what I mean, even though I spend more time with them than the rest of my kind of like my better friends. I don't know. There must be some connection to it. I think the last important thing I have to mention is that there's supposed to be kind of like 3 main levels of soul evolvement, at least in the first stage, I guess. From the time a soul is created in the spiritual world, it kind of has like a white glow, and then as it grows, this glow starts being yellow and then purple. And basically the darker the glow is, the more evolved you are. It's kind of like an aura around you. And I remember when I was really, really young, when me and my parents, my mom kind of has like problems with walking, and no doctors know what the problem is. So my parents really tried to find like a cure at all these different options, I guess. And so they decided to go to like a woman in Zagreb, which is the capital of Croatia. And they took me with them. I was like 4 years old, I guess. And so this woman, her name was Fatima, I don't know why I remember that. She said that besides talking with my parents about that illness, she said that I was sent in this family or in this world, whatever, to help evolve my family or this world, whatever. I kind of feel arrogant saying that, but I don't know, just, like me creating these videos now and hopefully some people getting something useful out of them. Maybe there's something to it, right? It was a great book. I loved it. Would I recommend you to read it? I would recommend you to read it if you are kind of questioning these things already. Also, as I said, that it can get freaky. Like, I don't find it freaky anymore. Not at all. And not because I kind of grew and I'm not afraid of these things anymore, but because there's nothing to be afraid of in the first place. So I don't think there would be anything wrong with you reading it. But just know that if you have some things not figured out about like kind of ghosts and spirits yet, then maybe consider waiting and read something else like the autobiography of a yogi. I think that's a better book to start with. Even The Alchemist, which is more of a fairy tale, but the main idea is like amazing. So if you're into that, it's a short book. Read that, you'll love it. My overall score is 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think there can be a book that I won't be able to stop reading, and maybe a book that's written by a person who's more like me, I guess. Let's just give it some room for improvement. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you got a general idea of what the book was that I was talking about. And before I finish the video, I would like to welcome all new subscribers. Again, I'll be doing that because I just feel like it. So welcome. Yesterday evening, I got 5. And 5 of 22 is like a very high percentage. So I'm very stoked about it and grateful. Thanks so much. I love it. If you're new here, and if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing and liking this video if you liked it. Comment if you have anything to say. Also comment if you'd like me to talk about certain topics. I've been choosing my own ones for quite a while. And if you'd like me to talk about something specific, just let me know. I would love to cover it. Thanks so much for watching again. I love you and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.